right, let's go.
Come on.
Yeah, we got this. We got this. We got this. This is it. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. This is it. This is it. This is it.
Please.
Not even close.
Dang it.
Oh, hey, we didn't see you there. Come join us.
As we play Rising 5, Runes of... Rising
Asteros.
5, Runes of Asteros.
All right, so we're going to take a look at the bottom here first. On the bottom of the board, we've got a few different things to look at. So over here, we've got your track of what you're keeping track of as far as the code goes. So you're going to be marking this with specific tiles, such as these. This is going to tell you, oh, this specific blue tile, that one is in the puzzle and it's in the right spot. So if it was up here, we'd know that that's where it's supposed to go. It's also got this side, which says that it's in the puzzle, but it's not in the right spot. And then there's another one that says it's not in the puzzle. So you'll keep track of that over here. There's some stuff over here that you can also keep track of. Over here, you've got the red moon track. And as this disc gets further and further down the red moon track, if it ever gets to the end, you'll lose the game. So that's one of the lose conditions. Then over here, and this is the biggest part of the game, you'll have these different players, characters, I guess is a better word, and these characters have different abilities. So the Oracle allows you to switch these from here to the code, or in the code itself. Hal allows you to use the player ability of another player that is in the same location as Hal. Eli, or Ellie, I'm not sure how that is, allows you to move this disc up. Nova allows you to take out a monster, and Echo allows you to move another character. What you'll do is during your turn, you'll play one of these cards, or a set of these cards, but it can only be one of the same. So if I decided I wanted to play Oracle, I would be able to move Oracle out into the field somewhere, or I'd be able to take an action where he's already at, and then I can, before I take my turn, I can switch or move things around or whatever I want. And that's pretty much it. Move over to Ben and he'll explain the rest of the board.
Okay, as Tommy stated earlier, up here in the top half of the board, this is where you are going to be placing and checking your different rune combinations. What's important is the color and the location of these, and as he stated, all those are associated with these different astronomical or astrological, whatever, signs there. So this is where you'll be manipulating it and scanning it. Aside from that, you have your locations where you'll be sending your characters to. So if you were to use an activation to send Oracle, you have all of these locations available to him. For example, this location here, I'll lay that down, lets Oracle fight this monster. It has a combat value of 2, rewards a silk cube, and contains 1 red moon. Over here, this card is a clue card, and by interacting with it or encountering it, you get to activate a clue, seeing one of the symbols and their associated sign. Over here, this is an artifact card. There are 4 different artifacts that come in the game. They do various things like give you a clue, give you silk cubes, 2 suns, or let you reroll a die. But that's pretty much it. Within each deck, there are different monsters that are different strengths. And then you will also encounter some boss monsters, which are typically the most difficult and reward you with a relic, which do cool things like defeat monsters, gain silk cubes, or cancel red moon cards. But that's pretty much it. You're just moving on these locations, trying to take out monsters, and collect the stuff needed to solve the puzzle.
All right, I did just want to go over the draw deck because this is what's going to progress the game. You'll have a deck of cards, and in this deck, you'll scatter 3 to 5 of these red moon cards. This is what we were talking about earlier. You'll put these in, and as they're drawn, those red moons that show up on the enemy cards, however many are out on the board, you'll actually move that disc down on the sun track, and if it gets to the bottom, again, like I said, you'll lose. So during your turn, you'll have the option of drawing. You have to draw 1 card, but you can draw more than that as long as you maintain your hand limit of 6 cards. So you'll just be drawing these cards, and hopefully you don't run into any of those red moons, because once you do, all heck breaks loose. So That's it.
So before we actually get into the review, quickly wanted to show you the app because I think it's super well done. So enjoy. So, Rising Sun.
I
It's
wish.
not the game we're playing.
We're going to be talking about Rising 5.
Rising 5.
That would have been a very interesting conversation.
Rising Sun.
I love
versus
the
Rising
co-op
5.
aspect. What are you talking about?
No, but we played and are now talking about Rising 5, Runes of Asteros.
Yes. Co-op?
Co-op, deduction.
Yeah, very Mastermind-esque.
Yes.
Like more so than like this is Mastermind. There's even what actually, and I'm going to talk about this before we get into our full thoughts. But one of the things that I really like about the game is the fact that it comes with a board, so that you can have somebody as the master coder.
That you can play that way if you'd like.
Yeah.
Which is nice because it is based off an app. The main gimmick of the game is the app.
Yeah.
But that's not always available or
Is it a gimmick?
feasible. It's replacing a human, so I don't know. But I'm glad that it's not app dependent. Your phone dies, you're someplace where you don't feel comfortable pulling out your phone or you forgot it. The game can still be played.
Yeah.
Which is good because that would be a bummer if you could not play it.
Well, and this could be a good 2-player game, right? Where someone's the coder and someone's the breaker.
I'm sure it would be. It might be less fun that way.
Well,
because you lose the co-op aspect.
The person who's doing the code isn't going to have that much fun.
They're going to sit around a long time.
It's just like Mastermind, except Mastermind is like 10 minutes long, maybe.
Yeah. And it's just guess after guess after guess.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it melds that very stereotypical cooperative. You have a deck. Once the deck runs out, you lose. Go around the board, fight stuff that's in your way, and then finish before time's is up.
Yeah.
But the objective is a game of Mastermind. That's what you're trying to solve, is this puzzle.
Right.
So
there are other things in play.
Melds those together.
Like you're trying not to, like you said, have the deck run out or have the blood moons or whatever they're called.
Yeah, the eclipse, red eclipse. I don't know.
Yeah, red moon. I think is what they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some really cool things happening to make it work. Now, the first game that we played, I took my turn. I thought I did really well. I was like, oh, I'll kill this. I'll move over here. I'll kill that. Great. Cool.
Yes.
And then we drew.
And we
lost immediately.
But we did play a rule wrong. Remember that the cards... I
guess
it would have flipped over at the end of your turn, so it would have been...
Yeah, it would have been...
Yeah. Tommy thought he'd be a wise guy and just go out and kill as many things as quick as possible.
I don't like that about the game. That like you have to... I feel like almost that first few turns, you have to play that one girl to raise the eclipse thing up. Otherwise, you're going to...
Or just don't fight any monsters. Because at most, the red moons that'll be out at the beginning are 3.
3, yeah.
So if you don't fight any monsters and you don't cause any bigger or more to come out...
But I mean, you need to.
You can just get people out to locations the first 2 turns.
I suppose that's true. We did end up losing our second game.
Yeah, we lost our second game as well. But that we lasted, rather than ending the first turn, we lost 2 turns before we would have won. So we made it a lot further.
We did make it a lot further.
It's a good game. I don't find many complaints with it.
No, I don't know if I can necessarily complain other than that one aspect that you can literally lose the game on the first turn.
There is a heavy dose of luck involved. You're rolling a die.
Yes.
And there is an auto fail on the die.
Yeah.
Anytime you include an auto fail, it can throw any plans, to the wind because you can lose.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. But we only rolled that Maybe we rolled really good.
We did,
We
which is
rolled
another
very few
aspect of the
ones.
game. You know,
Yeah.
you can roll your way to victory.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not a fan of dice and rolling to win, this is probably not going to be
Yeah.
the game for you.
Probably about, what would you say, 60% of the game is combat, 20% is deduction, and the other 20 is maybe just
Hand management.
hand management, cooperating and making the best
Yeah.
use of your cards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of combat.
One of
Each
the-
turn you're pretty
one-
much fighting something.
One of the things that I don't like about co-op games, and this falls into that realm,
It
so
is.
I'll come out right away and say that this game is fine, and there's going to be a large group of people who are really going to enjoy this game. It's super simple,
Yeah.
it's relatively light, and it's got some really cool things going on. But for me, this falls into that realm of alpha gaming. You know,
It is very, very prominent. in
there's
this.
open information. You know, I can
Well, even just the heart of it is deduction based. That's something you want to work through together.
right.
And so you're talking about that constantly, and you can tell people, no, that's not right. We need to do this type thing, and people lose that ability to think for themselves essentially because
Yeah, exactly.
it's all for the good of the team as you're discussing and trying to come up with a solution.
Yeah. So for that reason, this game is kind of going to fall short for me.
That's not a flaw in the game,
No.
because that is what most and that's
Most
some of the
co-ops
things
do it.
people enjoy that about a
Yeah.
lot of co-ops. They enjoy that communication,
Being
working
walked
together,
through it and
having that comfort and that safety net of having someone say, well, what should I do? What
Right.
do you recommend I do? This is what I have. What's best for the team? And then coming to a consensus together.
especially for people who are newer to the hobby,
Yes.
this is really, I think, something that's going to do really well.
Yeah.
I know that the Dice Tower praised it. They all-
Sam and Z were high on it. I think it was one of their top 10s for last
Yeah.
year. But the app's cool. It works great.
yeah.
It's something too that if you show new gamers, like you said, it's a great game to introduce people to because you pull that and you're like, here, check this out. I'm gonna scan this, and it tells a
Whoa.
and it's not overly complicated,
No.
but it's a solvable puzzle. But it does, it takes some
It takes some thinking.
thought. it takes
does.
some thought.
It
It's
does.
not just gonna fix itself.
And one of the things that is kind of rough with this game is there's a memory aspect to it. You have to remember where stuff was so that you can make sure that you switch stuff in the right position.
Yeah. And they give you those tiles, and you can kind of play
Yeah.
with it and stuff. But
There's still a memory aspect as to, okay, where is this going to go in the code itself?
Yeah. And then because each player has their special ability, you're also trying to manage the cards.
He says each player, each
Player character.
Yeah, there's characters that you can activate,
But no one plays any one particular character.
Right.
You're activating them.
which is a really cool thing. I
Yeah,
thought I
no.
really liked that aspect of it. It would be cool to see this implemented into a game that I enjoy
You
a
enjoyed
little bit more.
this.
No, I
Yeah.
did, but one that I would like
That
actively go out
suits
and
more, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, this is a fine game, and if there was a group of people that were like, "Hey, do you want to play Rising 5?" The code aspect of this, the
Enough.
deduction is enough to pull me through it, but it's not something that I'm going to actively try to go and get.
No, and I wouldn't play it at a high player count either.
What does it
unless
play?
5. 1 to 5.
Is that 1 to 5 as one person is the breaker, one
No.
person's the code giver, and
It plays 5 cooperative.
so would it then play 6?
I suppose, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But I don't know if I'd play that high of a player count because once it comes to solving that puzzle, it's too many cooks in the kitchen. No, but you'd have a lot of people trying to interject and people being outspoken and stuff, and I think that would detract from the fun for some people. Where it might shine at a higher player count is with younger kids or something.
Yeah, this
Where
is a
you're
good
kinda
like
thinking
2 or
for
3
them.
player game, I think.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't go any further than that.
But it plays quick.
Yeah,
It's-
real quick, 30
It's-
minutes.
Yeah, it's a simple rule set.
We lost the game in 30 minutes.
Simple rule set, plays quick. It's original. I don't know any other games that
Yeah,
do this.
it's literally Mastermind. But with cool character powers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a really unique game, really cool. I would definitely give it a shot because even if co-ops aren't something that you're typically fond of, I think that this deduction aspect could really pull a lot of people through. Like I said, it works for me and I'd play it just for that aspect, but
Yeah.
it still has that flaw that I find in most co-ops, and for that reason it's not something that I'm planning on holding on to. For those of you in Utah, however, this is
Yep.
available at Game Grid.
Yep, this will be there for rent, and they'll be more than happy to order you a copy if you would like.
Yes. So go check it out if you want. Let us know what you thought about the game, or if there's any any other.
Yeah, if you have a question, or we're happy to answer it. I don't know.
We're not experts on the game by any means, but thanks for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, because I know everybody that watches these videos does those things.
Wait. So you're saying if we get 100 views on our video...
Shh.
No, we appreciate it.
We do. We really
guys
appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.